we've all seen in the elementary textbook the evolution of chimpanzee to man.
Yeah.
Isn't that picture just like enshrined in your brain?
Yeah.
Where it's like the hunched over ape that then starts standing more as he becomes Homo erectus.
Yeah.
Right. And eventually becomes Homo sapien. But the question that any, I think, rational thinker who isn't ideologically biased would say is, where are the half monkeys today? Where is this species that can semi-communicate like humans and infer meaning to the universe around them, but isn't quite at the level that we're at? Because we have monkeys.
Well, they've become extinct.
Okay, but the monkeys didn't?
No, they did. And they're buried somewhere on the earth that we haven't discovered yet.
Yeah, but we still have apes. We have chimpanzees.
But the half ones.
But what about the chimpanzees that are evolving into half ones? The chimpanzees are here.
Doesn't line up. It's impossible.
Well, so, I think from a very simple standpoint, to be able to trust our cognitive processes, to be able to look at the known universe around us and see that we cannot observe any form of evolution is almost in and of itself an insurmountable objection.
Haven't you ever seen like these people? Like, let me just show you a photo. Okay.
You're going to have to do some mental gymnastics.
Okay, check this out. Like, haven't you ever seen like guys that look like this, that are like these super hairy humans? Like, what if that's the half apes?
No, it's not. Because if you go talk to that guy, he's got cognitive abilities like a human being. I promise you that person can reason out the environment around them. And so if he was an ape, he would function like an ape. But apes don't function like we do. That's a movie called Planet of the Apes, where when they do function like humans, and they're halfway between, so they have ape-like strength with the cognitive abilities of a human, they take over the human race. Because chimps don't have the gene that causes them to not be able to flex their muscles to 100%.
So the half monkey argument is a great argument.
Yeah. Well, so, or any of those observable mutations, that we want to talk about. Going from a single cell organism to a more complex, or find one place in the observable universe where we can see that. There are none. So then why is evolution a thing? Well, the argument to that there's no observable evolutionary process currently going on, is that it moves too slow. Okay. So claiming that evolution goes too slowly for us to see it happening today. They used to claim that the real evidence for evolution was in the fossil record of the past. But the fact is that billions of known fossils do not include a single unequivocal transitional form with transitional structures in the process of evolving.
That to me is my favorite point, right? So I saw a guy talk about this, and he said this. He said, to go from a primeval ape to a human being takes trillions of transitional forms. He said Darwin talked about this in his book, The Origin of Species, that we would find eventually the trillions of forms from ape to human being. We haven't found trillions. We haven't even found billions or millions or thousands or hundreds or tens. We've maybe found a couple.
Two that science claims.
Yeah.
And neither one of them is empirically verified. One is a dinosaur with feathers, and the other is a walking whale. It's like, come on, you guys. That's the best you can do in the fossil record. So yeah, according to Darwin, evolution is a continual state of motion. It followed logically that the fossil record should be rife with examples of transitional forms leading from the less to the more evolved.
Yeah.
There ought therefore to be a considerable number of true transitional structures preserved in the fossil. After all, there are billions of non-transitional structures there, with the exception of a few very doubtful creatures, such as the controversial feathered dinosaur and the alleged walking whales. They're not there. Instead of filling in the gaps in the fossil record with so-called missing links, Most paleontologists found themselves facing a situation in which there were only gaps in the fossil record with no evidence of transformational intermediaries between the documented fossil species.